This video demonstrates how to complete a work order in Cityworks. Log into Cityworks using your username and password. Click the yellow hard hat button. From the Work and Tasks list, select the work order you want to complete from the list, then click View Work Order Details. Click the General tab of the work order. Change the status of the work order to Complete. Change the Submit To dropdown to whoever views the work orders after they are completed. This is usually a supervisor. Change the Completed By dropdown to whoever completed the work order. Fill out the actual start and actual finish dates. Add any comments necessary to the Comments tab, being as descriptive as possible. For instance, I will type in an example now. Click the Details tab of the work order. If there is a project related to the work order, click in the Project field and choose the project from the folder hierarchy. In this case, our maintenance doesn't have a project. Our next step is to choose an expense type. Here, the options are either maintenance or capital. Since we conducted a repair, we will leave the maintenance option selected. Go to the Labor button next. Attach all employees that worked in relation to this work order. To do so, choose to search by employee name. On the drop-down menu, type in the first letter of the last name of the employee and select the name from the list. Our next step is to fill out the start date, the hours, and the finish date. Define what type of work the employee was completing. Before adding the employee to the list below, you must go to the Entities tab and then highlight all of the entities that particular employee worked on. Once all relevant entities are highlighted, click Add. You should now see the employee plus all related entities populate in the list below. As a note, when selecting multiple entities for one employee, the number of hours the employee worked is divided by the number of entities and then correspondingly attached to each entity. So for instance, this employee worked 15 hours altogether and worked on 3 entities, so each entity has 5 hours attached. Our next step is to go to the Material button. Attach all materials used during the completion of this work order. To do so, choose to search by material name and then use the corresponding drop-down to locate the material. Once the materials are located, fill out the date and the number of units used. Before adding the materials, go to the Entities tab and highlight all of the entities that the current material was utilized for. When you have highlighted all relevant entities, click the Add button. Our next step is to go to the Equipment button. Attach all equipment used during the completion of this work order. To do so, choose to search by equipment name and then use the corresponding drop-down to locate the equipment. Fill out the start date, the units, the hours, and the finish date. Be careful not to get the units and the hours mixed up. For instance, for a vehicle, the hours should be the driving time. For tools or heavy equipment, the hours should be the time the equipment was in use. Before adding the equipment, go to the Entities tab and select all of the entities that used equipment. When all relevant entities are selected, click the Add button. Finally, go to the Custom tab. Check for any required fields, which will be denoted by a Y. For required fields denoted by a Y, double-click the field and choose the correct value. Once finished filling out all required information for completing the work order, click Save in the upper left-hand corner. On behalf of Global Water, I'd like to thank you for watching.